How'd you get that word in there?
All right. Hey, Maria.
Hey, Lisa.
So it's Friday.
Yes, indeed
And
it is.
that means it's time for the Diversity Duo. We have an exciting day today.
We sure do.
Do you want to tell everybody who we have coming in today?
So today, I want to introduce you to the wonderful people that I've been working with since January. I'm going to let Chris introduce herself, and I want to hear everything that she has done and what got her to the point that she's in working with the Capstone program. Chris?
Welcome,
Thank
Christina.
You. Thank you very much. So I'm Christina Inge. I teach at Northeastern, and I've been doing that since 2019. I've been teaching overall throughout the Boston area since, for 16 years now. And my day job is I own a marketing agency based in Boston called Thoughtlight. We're in our 11th year, and we work with mission-driven organizations to help them with everything from their web design, their marketing automation, email, social media, video, content curation. And so it was a natural fit for me to teach the Capstone course, where we have these wonderful, talented professionals who are at the culmination of their master's program and are working on real world projects such as yours. We work very closely with the Lab for Inclusive Entrepreneurship, which you're both very familiar with. Yay! Led by the phenomenal Dr. Francesca Grippa. And the Lab for Inclusive Entrepreneurship at Northeastern is a wonderful program that helps any small business owner, typically in the New England area, but we've also worked as far north as Canada, get support. We have fellows come in every year, and they get training on how to manage a small business, and they get support by working with Capstone. We basically act as your marketing agency and help you with your marketing. We also have grants to help you with your marketing, with equipment, with whatever you need to grow your business. So it's a great program. I highly recommend that any small business owners, especially diverse small business owners, after all, we're the Lab for Inclusive Entrepreneurship, come on down and apply to be a fellow, because it is a game changer for the small business owner.
Thank you. And I want to ask Lisa, because she went through the program. Tell us a little bit how the Capstone program helped your business.
Thank you. I think it's an amazing program. And so how I even got involved was funny, right? I was talking with Roy Anderson, right, a professor at Northeastern, and I was talking about doing some procurement for Northeastern. I was trying to get in to do procurement and supplier diversity. And he mentioned this fellowship, just in passing. And I thought, well, I wonder what that is. And I went and I looked it up. And lo and behold, somehow I was accepted in for last year, which was 24. I had some assistance in my web design and my website. I had some assistance in my marketing plan. It was phenomenal. And from there, the opportunities it's an organization. Northeastern has been, to me, an amazing group of people, right? You mentioned Francesca, like, huge shout out. Young Buck, Carl, right? These are the people who, for my entry in, have just assisted. I now am teaching supply chain at Northeastern. What a blessing, just nonstop. So great point, Christina. Like, hopefully Elijah, Maria, getting involved with Northeastern with their own companies. This is really fundamental.
I want to share that the only reason why I was selected for the program was because you talked to me about it. I had no idea that this program existed, and I submitted my application, and then I knew that there were a lot of people that applied, and I'm like, yeah, I might not get in. Then I get the letter. I was doing a little dance. Yes. So I'm so proud to be part of this program. Yeah. It is an amazing program. Again, if you have an opportunity, please go on the website. They're going to be posting for the next cohort, right? Mm-hmm. And if you want to grow your business to the next level, this is the way to do it. So,
yeah, I just want to jump in. So, Christina, thank you for introducing yourself. And here with Christina, we have Helen and Shin. Boss Shin for some of us, and you're very welcome.
I love it.
So I'd love to hear from the two of you. What are you getting out of this program? And let's start there. What are you getting out of the program?
Okay, thank you. My name is Xingchen, and I'm very glad to be here too. I'm a student are having my master degree in Northeastern, and I would say this 2 years was an amazing experience of my life. So also for my capstone, I will say I feel really thankful for Northeastern provide this chance to me, and I'm very thankful for Christina bring our into this team. When I first time heard like what we're gonna work with, like who this company owner is, what is this business for, when I hearing the word like woman-owned business, like diversity and consulting, all the things missing. Also after our first meeting with Maria, I feel like wow, that's amazing. Oh, like all the words making together jump to my mind. Whoa, like everything's unique.
Yep.
Like it's not normal. It's like
Thank you.
I would say like there's like if I heard something like the normal business like clothes or like something else, I would say okay, just like normal treating them. But when I feeling those specific like words, I feel like wow, well, new field for me, because like I have been learning film production, as I said, like from my undergraduate. I have learning a lot of for film production techniques and also the new media marketing. I have been taking courses for new media film marketing. So like, you know, film industry was very professional, have a long history industry, but film needs more new blood to jump in. I love how every industry growing so fast, and I love how internet interrupt or like affect all the business existing in the society. So I love growing, I love learning. That's why I choose to be here, and I choose this program from Northeastern about digital media management, because like I feeling, because like even how old you are for now, if you have your business, you want to working in every field, you have to keep learning and keep the like following the steps of how technology growing so fast. Yes,
That's a great point. Thank you for that point, because I think, you know, Maria and I have spent we've known each other for years, but we both have our own companies, and technology is so fast because everything is moving in a way that's not our specialty, right? We specialize. We have each of our organizations have different specialties, and that's what we bring to the table. So it's looking to people to help out. And again, I don't want to keep tying this back to Northeastern, even though I feel like we should. That's one of the great things about the program as the business owner.
Yes. Also, Lisa, like I haven't heard any great or successful business owner said I'm old.
You will
cannot
never
catch
hear
up.
that. Oh, you will never hear that from us.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes, because all the professional or like successful business owner I have talked with or we have a chatting together, they all feel like younger than they are.
Yes.
Like they are willing to take all the new ideas, not like my parents.
I hope they're not listening.
They won't. So I love people who is old. Sorry. I love people who is old, but like they're willing to take some young people's advice or like their new thoughts.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
You know, here's the difference. When you love what you do, you put in all that passion, and that passion makes you feel younger, invincible. So that's where we are here.
Yeah, time won't like kick you out.
No,
That's right.
absolutely
Like
not.
only yourself will kick you out.
That's right.
That's true. That's true. So, Helen, can you introduce and tell us a little bit about yourself so our audience get to know you better?
I'm Helen. I come from Shanghai, China, and I'm pursuing the digital media at Northeastern University. And before come here, I'm in Shanghai. My work is in the traditional traditional media.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's very different from the digital media. So when I come here, I learn so much digital media and with my professor to do so much work for my capstone. I learned so much. Thank you so much. And I think this is a great program, and we can cooperate with mariner. Yeah, so I'm so great to come here to with you, and it's the
likewise.
first time for me to learn the supplier diversity certification. I don't know what's this. I don't know what's this. Why need to certification?
Yep.
I need to so I think this program taught me so much. I learned so much, and I overview your website. This is much information for me, and so I learned about I learned about much about you and your profession, and so happy to learn from here.
Oh,
So
thank you,
That's
thank
really
you.
nice. Thank
That
you.
was good. That was very
That
good.
was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, to be honest, actually Helen have way more, like maybe like 10 more years work experience longer than me. So like I believe she's way more professional, and Helen will provide a lot of like different wheels of thought because her working experience in China, and like well, Helen's a professor too, actually.
In my Shanghai Media Group,
Nice.
and and I have do some much TV program, and have earned so much prize in my country.
Okay.
But this is traditional media, and as we know, traditional media is decline now, and much match the digital media. Yeah, so I think it's a great opportunity for us, especially for me to learn the new technologies. Yeah.
Is that the difference? Is the difference with traditional media and digital media all about the systems that you use, or are there differences in process and anything else?
Yeah. In my TV station, we do some live stream and so much programs for the videos, and some such as the how to say 20.
A specific topic.
Yeah. So much.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very. But now many TV stations and programs do the digital media. Both are the digital media and the traditional media. We have to. But I think the difference and the gap and the difference are becoming smaller and smaller.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is the benefit of that? What is the benefit of that?
I would say both. Like, I would say both side.
Okay.
Depends on. I would say like it provide advantage, but also disadvantages. Also in North America, we still exactly for United States and Canada, we still holding or like the traditional media still existing.
Oh, okay. All right.
But in China, I would say so far I know like new media and like fast or short videos are killing 90% of the traditional media field.
Okay.
But I have like I would take an example like newspaper or like the news channels we have like the public news.
Yeah.
They all belong to traditional media, but like newspapers still exist. Government try to protect those traditional medias by I haven't like working so hard on why, but like I know there's some reasons.
Okay.
But obviously people exactly for young people they are more appreciate digital media or short videos like quick media more. That's why how they're going so fast.
And when we say short videos, we're talking TikToks, Reels. I'm going to throw Vines out there just because I know
goodness, she's not giving
Elijah
up.
likes when I talk.
Gone in 2017.
I do like to talk about Vines. I'm holding on to them. They're
Oh
coming
my God.
back.
You're funny.
But is that Is it the accessibility? Is it because it's easy for people to just put together a TikTok, and it's that drove the demand for it?
In my understanding, short videos are more preferred, like a summarize. That
okay.
makes people won't spend too much time on like longer YouTube video learning.
Okay.
Okay, I swiping TikTok, I can get information in 1 minute rather to spend half an hour to have a channel video on YouTube. That's why TikTok killing so fast.
Okay.
But to be honest, I would say I am a person. My favorite film genre is documentary.
Okay.
I love long videos, and I feel like just slow down your steps. So short videos are good,
Okay.
but they're different. They're totally different. And all the things you can get from short video or long video, even it's a summarize, even you can get all the key point from the short video, but like it's totally two kind of things. So don't give up on the long videos, and don't give up on trying new short videos.
Perfect.
That makes sense. No, thank you for that.
I know we jump into our conversation, but Chris, can you please explain to the audience that are not familiar with what a Capstone program is? Describe it, what entails, and how can people benefit, not only the students, but those people participating in such a program as the one I'm in now?
Absolutely. So I was just thinking about what Boss Jen was talking about here, which was the difference and the popularity, as Lisa mentioned, of short video, for instance, versus long video. At Northeastern, we have Capstone. That's the final class that you take instead of a master's thesis as you're earning your master's degree. And it's a real-world, hands-on project where we work together as a real marketing agency. It's now called the Husky Media Lab, and it is the marketing agency run by students for the community at Northeastern University. I was originally recruited at Northeastern to help build this program. In fact, that's what they brought me on board for because of my agency background. So we really give the students the ability to work as if you were in a real marketing agency. And that's the benefit for the community as well. But it's not just limited to Capstone. So we have the Lab for Inclusive Entrepreneurship. We also have what's called the Experiential Network, the XN program. And you don't have to be a fellow in the Lab for Inclusive Entrepreneurship to be an XN sponsor, as we call it. You can just be any local business, and you apply, and you get matched with a multitude of different classes. So, for instance, let's say Lisa comes to the XN network and says, I'm curious about short video. I want to see how that works with my marketing strategy. I also teach a class on SEO, search engine optimization. And another reason why short video is so popular is that Google, apparently the Wall Street Journal tells us, is for us old people. The young do not Google.
Right.
The young go straight to Instagram, TikTok. I know that they also Google and look for videos to explain a topic or give them information. So short video is not just about being informed or entertained. People are using it the way they also use Google is I'm going to go search for a quick answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that really is a huge opportunity for the small business person. So you might explain your problem of I want short video, and then the XN network might reach out to me and say, hey, do you think this falls under SEO? Because they want to be findable through short video. It's more like a search engine optimization type of thing.
I see.
Then you get matched with a class, and we work on a project related to that class. Capstone is different because it's full service. Whatever you need, these students have been through everything or are also industry veterans like Helen and can help you with everything. But you could get students at the beginning of their program who are just learning social, who are just learning SEO or just learning blogging or videography and get matched to just that one class for a fixed project with that particular need. And anyone can apply for that if you're a small business or a nonprofit. Nonprofits are
Is there a
eligible
charge for that?
No, it's free.
So let's reinforce
free.
this for a second, because we want to talk about Marshfield Media, which we give a shout out to as much as we can.
Marshfield,
right?
My love for you guys.
So, and Marshfield is ours, but there's in all of the community centers you can find these media centers. So in association with this type of program, aligning with a Northeastern, with the lab, reaching out for one of these XN programs gives kind of this longer term. And I'm always shocked that people don't take advantage of this Marshfield media. Like I'm shocked. We're going to an event. It's a women in business event here in Marshfield. You know, and again, I'm saying Marshfield. It can be whatever town you're in. And people aren't beating down the door and saying, well, let me make a commercial. Let me make a short video
Absolutely.
that we can promote.
Absolutely.
So, you know, again, it's the two-part. It's reach out to a Northeastern, find out about the program. It is free. You don't have to be in Massachusetts. It's also following the attention span of supplier diversity, which is how do we give attention to underrepresented, i.e. for this one, and we're going to talk about students. Right, student Helen, you come in with a lot of experience into Northeastern, and Maria is going to be the recipient of your experience and Christina's oversight and Boss Chen's connection to this, which is amazing. So I just wanted to kind of highlight and reinforce all of that.
Let me tell you, the ideas that they have come up with, I sit there and sometimes I'm speechless because they're so passionate about what they know and they want to share with me, and Christina holding, being the connector here. It has been a flawless process, and I absolutely I'm gonna stand on the top of a mountain and scream how wonderful I've been treated by you guys.
Thank you.
I think the key word is both win.
Yes.
Win-win, yes.
Win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win. Yep.
So for Maria, we are very glad to she can spend less for her business, get marketing, get all the things done. For us, we can have a free experience. We don't have to pay for the experience. We also very glad for that. Also, well, thanks for Maria. If you guys won't be willing to have an application, then we won't have the chance.
Yeah.
So also thank for Maria.
Oh, thank you. It has been, again, I advise anybody that is looking for this type of help with your business to really keep your eyes and ears open, because it's one of, I'm going to say the best, because it's the first one I have attended and it will be the last one I will attend, because I know that once I complete the program, I'll be ready to run.
We are the best.
Level.
No, we're literally the best.
We are the best. We are the best. I'd love to know. So this is your capstone. So this is it for you. You're going out into the world after you wrap up and make Maria's company tenfold. We're expecting a 10-time multiplier,
Hello.
right? No, I'm just joking. But what's next for you? Where are you headed?
Sorry, I wanted to say the first, and I think I have studied some website about your information.
Okay.
And I think short video, just now we talk short video. I think short video is very, very beneficial.
She talks a lot every
Yeah, she
Friday.
talks a lot.
Really?
I talk
Really,
about,
Lisa?
I think I have watched your videos on the online YouTube. I think they are so much 9 minutes. I think it's long, because now many people have not so much time to
I hear
watch
you.
so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you short tips.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Elijah.
Elijah.
Yeah.
Add it to my bucket list.
Okay.
Yeah, podcasts are very efficiency things. We can have a short cutoff from our podcast, even
Okay.
the video or the audio.
Okay.
And also for the long video, we can cut into a short video. That's all we can do. So there's nothing have a crushed
Yeah.
with what we did.
Yeah,
So-
we can record one just for the purpose of, you know,
Yes.
Yes,
and
We can do both.
promotions.
yes, yeah, just promotion. You know, there's also a video on, I think it's on Instagram, and I was interviewing, the entire interview was in Spanish about supplier diversity,
Yep.
and that had so many hits, and people like, yeah, Maria, and they've been contacting me. So there is a need for what we do, and people are learning more and more now, especially when we're doing it in several languages.
Yeah. And I think many people, just like me, if I wanted to 创业, how to say, I want to
Start her own business.
start my business. I don't know. This is the first time I know we need to certification so much.
It opens doors.
Yeah.
Certifications
So
will
why?
open doors.
Why? Yeah. So I had watched your video. You say why we should certificate. So I learned much from your videos. Yeah. So I think how to do this, why do this, your story, and your successful story, and you can shoot to cut so many short videos to share.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's very good for many people.
This
like
is great
me.
advice.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Christina, I have a question for you, and this one I wrote it down. As someone who mentors startups and teaches future leaders, what common marketing challenges do you see emerging in emerging businesses and nonprofits that they struggle with the most?
So I'm seeing three major things, and I've been in marketing for 22 years, running this agency Thoughtlight for 11 now, and before that being in-house at mostly startups. And it's three things. One is branding. We talked about traditional media versus digital media, and we often think of branding, it's so much traditional media that we think it's been left behind. But it's actually more important than ever because you're so fragmented. You're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you have your website, your newsletter, you do events, you do podcasts. And at the same time, you want to make a consistent, strong impression and build brand loyalty. No one's heard of you when you're a small business.
Right.
Nobody knows if they can trust you yet if you're a small
Right.
business. So you want to have a strong brand. I'll often talk to small business owners and founders, and they'll say, well, we want to appeal to as many people as possible. No, you don't. No, you do not.
That's a good. Repeat it again, please. Repeat it again.
You do not.
Thank you.
Because if you're for everybody, then why are people
That's
going
right.
to you and not Walmart or Amazon?
That's right.
Yes.
Everybody is for the big businesses. The reason people go to the small businesses is identity, authenticity,
Ooh, I like that.
trust, personal service. And for that, you have to have a close identity of some kind. Don't be afraid to own who you are. Don't be afraid to have a personality because that is your brand. Decide who you're for.
Can I jump in on that? Because I think fear is the biggest. Being on this side of the fence, having my own business, I originally started saying I wake up with the same amount of fear and excitement every single day.
Yep.
That's year one. Year one is, Lisa, can you do? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do that. I can. What do you need? What do you need? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it cheaper than everybody else. I'll do it faster than everybody. I'll do it. I was like an Energizer bunny.
Yes.
And then year two hits, and I think, one, it is not sustainable.
No.
I have a value and a worth, and I have a mission and a brand that are my own, and that if you want to do business with me, and if I want to do business with you, that doesn't come from that. You need to get out of fear in order to get to that place.
You need to get out of fear, and you need to get out of the mentality that the way to stay sustainable economically is to have as broad a base of potential
Yes.
customers as possible.
Yes.
Because people don't know how to categorize you, and so why
Right.
should they go to you and not to the big guys who are for
True.
everybody?
True.
That's right.
And can I say, because I truly believe in this quote, fear is a great motivator. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
just like she feels, am I going to get clients next month? Oh my God, how am I going to pay the next bill? So fear keeps me going.
Yes.
Yes.
But you have to make sure it's the right kind of fear.
That's right.
Absolutely.
The fear of being broke is an excellent motivator,
right?
to get out of bed when
God.
you would rather just lie
Yes,
in bed
right.
and
Yes.
eat cheeses.
That's right.
yes,
That's
yes.
right.
So that is a good fear. That's the fear that gets you going because your dogs need food.
That's
Right?
The fear, though, of, I'm not, but the other fear, I'm going to be broke if I don't appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's what you have to turn off.
Yes.
I'll tell you a story from when I started Thoughtlight. Actually, even before I started Thoughtlight, I was in a consulting mode for a while, but then I went back in-house out of fear. I went back to working for other people out of fear
Yeah.
of how am I going to pay the bills. But I went through a phase where I was a consultant, and I don't have a huge Instagram following. I do have a large Facebook following. And someone came up to me at a networking event and gave me what they thought was really good advice of saying, you know what, it totally undermines your professionalism that you're constantly posting about your dogs and your quilt making.
Really?
I ended up 2 months later being hired by the New England Quilt Museum as their PR and communications director.
Right.
And they said, we knew you were the real deal because we went back through your Instagram and
That's
your
right.
Facebook, and
See
you
that?
clearly are always making quilts.
Yes.
And now Thoughtlight, my business, has a whole practice in sustainable and organic pet care because I'm always posting about
Look
my
at that.
pets. They found me and they
Right.
said the same thing. We knew you were the real deal because before you started, responding to our RFP, we knew that you weren't just saying I love dogs or I love quilts.
That's right.
We saw that going back 20 years, you're posting about
It
all
is
of it.
actually who you are.
Yes.
Yes.
So
There
be
you go.
the real deal. Do
Yes.
not let fear make you think that I have to be Walmart or I have to be Amazon. Your strength is that you're not Walmart and you're not Amazon.
Okay, and can I share with you a very short story similar to what that person said to you? I was approached by somebody, and after, I did my spiel. I'm going to say they said to me, why are you running that consulting agency when there's so many agencies that do certification? And without blinking, I said, because what I do is different. I don't have the red tape.
Right.
I can hold people's hand, and I can do it in different languages.
Yes.
And you know what? Till this day.
That's right. That's right.
The certification, I think the certification can build a bridge to trust. Yeah, so your work and your professional certification can build a trust for the company. So I think it's very important. So I think you should in your tips or video to emphasize so important about this to offer the chance for them. Yeah.
That's great.
And that's going to be the expression, the saying that we're going to take away, building a bridge to trust.
I love
Yes.
that.
It's a
Right?
brilliant-
Like that is an
brilliant
absolutely
statement.
brilliant statement because that is what supplier diversity is supposed to do.
Yes.
And to bring it back and to meld the two, Christina, your point about we're not whoever, big company. We make our kind of our living, our statements, what we immerse ourselves in is around supplier diversity and building out and helping small businesses work with large businesses. But it's also, and almost more importantly, helping small and mid-sized companies work with small and mid-sized companies, right? Everybody's aspiring for that big multi-million-dollar government contract or, one of those big guys, right? Big companies. To build the bridge on trust, which I'm going to say that over and over, Helen, and that will
I love that.
forever be
Yes.
in my
Yes.
head. I
It's a
love
brilliant
it.
statement.
Yes.
It's
is lovely,
brilliant.
lovely.
Lovely.
But that is actually what we do. It's about ensuring that there isn't groupthink. It's ensuring that it's not. That's what supplier diversity is. It's about ensuring that you're bringing people in who lived in China. Come on.
Yes.
That you know, you talked about your language skills, which I'm sorry are phenomenal, and you've given the
Absolutely.
expression of the
Absolutely.
podcast right now.
Yeah.
Your English and I say this to Maria all the time if she gets stuck on a word. Your English is 10 times better than my Spanish.
Yes.
Your English is 1,000 times, trust me, better than my Chinese.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's 1,000. So, and it's important for me to know. It's important for me to know, you know, that there's a 10-year gap, not because it's a negative. It has no judgment. It's a thing. It's an observation, and it's through these observations that we bring together differences, and we make good X, whatever X is. Good business, good music, good, you know, conversation, hopefully. And yeah, no, I love that. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And
We're going to use that quote.
we're definitely
We're
using
gonna
that
use
quote.
that quote.
And I know we stopped you, Christina, from you were saying 2 points.
Yep.
And we stopped you at 1.
Okay.
Don't mean to put
As
you
you
down.
were, Christina.
I could go on a long
As you were, Chris.
I
Go
could
right
go a
ahead.
long time here with the
I
other
mean,
point.
we're very good at interrupting, taking you 100 miles
Yes.
off topic, and then say, and back to you.
Bring it back.
Well, actually, you mentioned what was going to be my third point. So my third point is when you talk about how everyone dreams about the multi-million-dollar project. Don't get another mistake I see people make, and this also becomes when I've worked with startups, often what ends up killing them. And I teach, I used to teach a class on product development at Harvard where I would give an entire week's worth of lectures on how to avoid this, which is what salespeople call whale hunting. All due respect, save the whales. I do not actually do whale hunting unless
Oh my
that is your
God.
culture and
Okay.
it is
Yes.
sacred to you. But otherwise, save
Yeah.
the whales. But metaphorically speaking, becoming overly dependent on the one big contract,
Yes.
the one big customer. Look at what's happening right now with
Yes.
with the person we will not mention. But also, I worked with a startup once where they were incredibly dependent on one really big brand name client, and that one client they were a technology company. It ended up dictating their research and development. They
Yes.
just developed the product for that one client. And what happens when that project's done? You have become a one-trick pony. So don't try to be for everybody, but also don't try to be dependent on the just one customer, because then basically you just have a job but no benefits.
That's right. That is
Right.
absolutely
Right,
right.
that's not
That's
helping.
right.
Now-
That is not helping.
Now
That's
you're
right.
like, you can't fire me, I quit, and now you don't even have the benefits, but you're still working a job.
Yeah.
So what did you just do to yourself? Make sure you have a broad enough base of contracts that if one goes, you are still a business and
Yes.
you're not just a 1099 employee or
Right.
group of employees.
Right.
So that's the other big mistake I make. And then the third mistake I see people make, and when I say that's the mistake I make, it's a mistake
Yeah.
I've made
Sure.
as well. And then the other mistake I see people making, though, is a lack of experimentation and lack of data gathering. They'll have a good idea, they'll walk out the door with this eureka moment, and they think that it is somehow a sign that they don't know what they're doing or they're not a good business person if the market tries to tell them, you know, you need to tweak this a little bit. You need to change your product, change your service, change your branding, your marketing channels. But the reality is the world is so fluid, changing all the time. We're going from traditional media to new media to back to a little bit of traditional media. And so you're never going to have a perfect product as your first idea or your perfect service as your first idea. Take feedback as the most valuable thing in the world because it's going to help you adapt to your market. Don't necessarily change based on one person's opinion, but know that you're going to pivot, know that you're going to adapt, both in what you do and how you market it and who you're doing it for. Because you don't stay in business for 11 years doing the same thing for 11 years
That's
in
right.
an industry like mine,
Yep.
Right.
where it's changing every 10 minutes.
Yep.
And you know, I want to add that if you're willing to pivot and adapt and remain fluid, you will go to the next level.
Yes. Yeah. It's the only way to go to the next level.
So as we're getting near the end of this fantastic conversation, I gotta say that today I had if this is going to be how the rest of my day will be, we're gonna have a fantastic day.
We are.
Okay. So as we heading towards closing this episode, what I'm gonna ask from each of you, what would you like the audience to know? What advice you give to the new entrepreneurs, the Gen Zers that are starting this journey, and yeah,
And can I add a little piece to that?
Yes,
Because
please.
we have some graduating students here.
yes,
So I'd like to know, you're also talking to prospects.
yes.
What are you looking for work? What's
Yes.
Oh, that's a jump back.
Go for it. Go for it.
We all interrupt her. Well, I'm planning to stay. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm planning to stay here for my jobs or even for my rest of my life.
Wonderful.
Yes, and also I get the support from my family because my parents are in China. But I get the support, and I have cousin live in Boston. We have a big family here. We have
Nice.
20 people, big family
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yes, that's a big family.
Yes. Also, I will have another certificate program after when I graduate from my master. I'm planning to graduate on the end of the summer. So that's all I'm planning for my learning and job finding. So I wish in the future I could have a great opportunities to stay here or like find a great job for my field. So
So tell us your fields. Tell us the job titles that you're looking for.
I'm looking for now the range is doing marketing,
Okay.
even for fast fashion or also like industry like Maria. If you can offer me if you can offer me an interview, I would totally glad to do that.
Oh, I love her. Absolutely. We'll talk.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. I'm planning on marketing, and also, if possible, I can jump back to the entertainment marketing also, because I have been working for 2 years about concert and entertainment marketing, and I also have a 1 year work experience about a smartwatch marketing.
Oh,
Also like technological product marketing, campaign design, something like that. Yes.
And what advice you give to the audience?
To the future. Oh,
To the yeah.
well, I love the word diversity when I first time heard from Maria's company. So I believe they're like everyone are different, and everyone you have like different purpose, and everyone have
Oh, I love
different,
that.
and everyone you have like totally different direction of your life. Don't be lacked on any. Don't stuck in any point in your life. So you can change in every next minute and next moment, I would say. So just keep doing what you want. So I want to keep learning. I want to stay in America. I want to find jobs, and I can add one more certificate program to stay here, to finding for more time to finding my jobs. So I can decide my life. They also can decide their life. Just find out what you finally want, what kind
Right.
of final lifestyle you want. That's the biggest thing of your life.
Thank
Lovely.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I heard say yes to everything.
Yes.
Just say yes. Be open.
yes.
Be
yes.
open. Yep.
Yes.
Nope, that's great.
Yeah.
Helen, parting words, and what are you looking for after you graduate in form of a job, and parting wisdom to the audience?
To be honest, I haven't has no mind because I wanted to start my own business.
Nice.
Yes,
Woo!
so
Happy to
thank
hear
Love
you.
that. Love that.
So, but I need a deep think how to do the work. So I think after graduation, I will see the market and what to do. Because I have worked for many years in traditional media and I love my work, I think now I come here to learn the digital media very different from my old work. So I want to start a new start to use my learning. So I think maybe international business I can do. So let's to in the future to say. So
Okay.
That's exciting. So are you thinking international business marketing within international business? Because that's amazing.
yeah. Yeah,
It does sound exciting.
maybe trading. Yeah,
Trading?
I think to be honest, it's difficult time for the traditional trading.
Yeah.
But I think there are many chances to do. So I just like to find some space to be applied for me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's great.
So,
That's great. Thank you for that. And any wisdom?
Advice.
Advice?
wise. So I think learning is keep on learning forever.
Yes.
Yeah, because my experience, how to say, from my experience, when I work in China, I keep on learning because we will use so much technology, and such as the Avid card and American tools. We use it 10 years ago. So, and we always to change the tools and the the tools and so much the technicals. So I think for my age, I come here is need a big courage to come here.
Yes.
Because my English is very poor in China, and I need so much to adaptation, to learning, and to speaking, and to learn so much new technologies and new colleges and new knowledges. So I think for the future, and how to say, whether you are in school or you are your work, learning is need and learning forever. Yeah.
That's very
appreciate
good.
that. Thank you.
I want to add more details for Helen. So Helen is a mom. So her son was on his undergraduate learning. So, well, to be honest, the reason why Helen be in United States is because she want to, like, stay with her son.
Oh, wow.
But Helen chose to have her own degree, not just as a mom, as a babysitter. I was so appreciate that.
Yes. Admirable.
Even she always repeat her English is poor, but I think she's very, very like full with passion with her new things learning and like be confident.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm so appreciate her about this
Well,
point.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
my,
you. That's
my
lovely.
mom won't do that.
So,
I think age is not question, and learning is forever. So
That's right.
Yes.
whenever you are, where you are, when you are, so you can keep on learning and keep on the stage of our time. So how to say?
And also don't be afraid to jump field.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like you can switch your major anytime
right.
in your life.
That's right.
Yes.
That's why
That's
I
right.
repeat for so many times today. I wish Maria could have her own music.
you and I are going to be
business.
talking on the side.
Well, like Maria just like looks like so like a rock star.
So,
Christina, tell us about
Chris,
you.
yes, please.
What's your advice to everyone? What's your next 5 years look like?
What does my next 5 years look like? Well, I defend my doctoral dissertation on the 14th.
Woo!
So, and it's my doctorate in education. Obviously teaching is my side hustle.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to do more of that, and at the same time continuing to grow ThoughtLight. I have a wonderful team I work with, and taking a little bit more of my own advice. We work primarily with sustainable brands, mission-driven organizations, and higher education. Does our website say that right now? No, of course it doesn't. Because when do I have time to do any of that?
Right.
So really double down on emphasizing the brand of what's the value we bring at ThoughtLight. In my agency, make sure my business has a sharp brand, and we start to work with only the clients that we serve the best.
Yep.
That is going to be huge. So the next 5 years looks like growing ThoughtLight and also growing. We have two sides to ThoughtLight. So we have the marketing agency, and we had an education brand that kind of went by the wayside during COVID because it was in person. We did workshops, we did trainings, we started to do online classes. And so we're bringing that back. It's going to be called ThoughtLight Education or ThoughtLight Media. And we're going to be bringing back online courses, online training so that people can get ahead of skills that they need like AI. And so that's going to be what I'm hoping my next 5 years is going to look like. I've also gotten bitten by the travel bug. So I took my first cross-country train journey last year.
Oh, lovely.
And I've started doing that again. So, but this is not a personal ramble. It's actually my piece of advice to people. Be flexible, be open, take every opportunity, be willing to learn all the time.
That's
but
lovely.
also, it is not the cheesiest advice in the world to follow your heart and follow your passions.
That's right.
Obviously, get the skills you need. Don't go into underwater basket weaving or interpretive dance if there's no money in it.
Right.
Don't follow your heart into the poorhouse.
Right.
But figure out with the marketable skills that you are best at, where can you find that sweet spot between your passion, what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing, and what pays the bills. And that's what I love about marketing, because it's a place where math people, creative people, video people, TV people, graphic designers, writers can all do that thing they love, but also feed themselves and their pets. So
true.
find the thing that you love. In my travels, I have found business opportunities. I have made great networking connections. I have had fantastic ideas. You don't have to even go full digital nomad if travel is your thing, if food is your thing, if quilting is your thing,
Yep.
pets are your thing. You are going to find a way. It is not pie in the sky. Stay grounded in real skills and keep them sharp and learn all the time. But also don't make yourself miserable thinking that that's the only way to earn a living. I love my accountant. I wanted to be an accountant when I was growing up, not because I liked it, but because I thought it would be the only way to pay the bills. And I'm so blessed that we discovered marketing, because it is a way to pay the bills that actually fills your creative passion, fills your bucket. And there is that way. It's not either or. And so don't feel like you have to be a square peg in a round hole. You can do well while also being happy. I know the economy is not the way it was when I came out of college 22 years ago. I know it's much rougher out there. And we do all have to make compromises in the interest of survival. But don't give up on the fact that survival can be more than you ever dreamed it was if you keep that little light of your passion alive.
I love all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Helen. And thank you, Boston, for coming here in this long trek from Boston. We truly appreciate you. I want to leave you with this quote. It's one of my favorite quotes, and it goes, "Let's continue to amplify diverse voices and foster meaningful dialogues." And with that, this is Maria. Thank you for listening.
And I'm Lisa. We're the Diversity Duo, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe us.
Yes!
We never say that. We never say that.
I will go on the end. Thank you.